Total Access.
Hey, this is Elliot from Total Access, and they've kindly let me and producer Henry go out on tour, and we're with Lawson. Hey guys.
Hello.
How you doing? You okay?
Yeah, good.
Sorry that we're all kind of huddled together, but this is quite a small dressing room.
We're quite used to this.
You must be. You guys are staying quite grounded because this is quite a humble abode.
As long as we've got a ride, and I'll
yeah, I want to have a chat about this ride very soon. So we sit here hours before you play your first gig in how long?
8 months, I think we worked out the other day, or 7 months.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time.
So how are we feeling?
Great.
Good. I mean, to be honest, we're just happy that people have turned out. You never really know when you go away, and we've been away writing the album and recording it, and you never really know. You just hope people are going to be there when you come back, and luckily they have been. So it's quite encouraging. Really.
Yeah. So before you guys play a show, whether it's your first one in ages or you're doing one every night, do you still get nervous?
You've got to have that little, you've got to get that feeling in your stomach before you go on. Yeah. If you don't have that, you're dead inside. You've got to have that little buzz before you go on. That's what makes you want to perform.
Is there like is there a super nervous member, or is one of you a cool cat?
We're all sort of the same. It's more adrenaline. Isn't it?
I don't know what it's going to be like now, because it has been a while, and I know I was feeling really confident until this morning, and just before I left the house, my parents were like, "I'll see you later then." I was like, yeah, I'm playing a gig tonight, and I just got this sudden thing of it, but I'm sure we'll be alright.
I noticed you haven't tweeted today yet.
I'm too nervous to tweet. No, not really. I will do.
Wow, it's okay.
Yeah, there it is.
Our tune.
Yeah, don't play it like that later. So, would you reckon, speaking of nerves, if one of you guys was to go solo, say Malik style, would you be more nervous then, or are you better?
I'd be very nervous because I don't think anybody wants to hear a bass album. Not in the mainstream anyway.
I don't know, man. That'd be well up.
Mate, listen, I'm well into my jazz fusion bass stuff, but I don't think it's a mainstream project that I want to go down just yet. So I'd definitely be nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all would. Yeah. Isolators on our own, and we'll attack.
We're so used to being us four on stage now that if we looked around and saw anyone else or didn't see the other three of us, it would be a very strange.
Especially if there's about a technical problem or something.
Yeah.
If there's a problem on stage, and there's one of you like, well, just look at Joel and they'll laugh. But if you're by yourself, got no friends.
Yeah, exactly. Look at me and laugh.
Yeah. So talk to me about this backstage setup. What's a typical from now until the gig tonight? So you've got quite a few hours. What will go on? What will go down?
Oh God, so many things.
Sound check.
Maybe.
Sound check. We'll come back here. We normally
wait for the gig.
Have a lot of FIFA. We have we got it this time?
We haven't got it this time.
Oh no! I would have had
a briefcase that's got a screen in it.
Yeah.
There's this company called Games that do this awesome thing where you can slot the PlayStation. But I haven't actually brought it. I'm sorry.
So normally we do a lot of FIFA competitions, but today I think Soundcheck's going to take precedent because there's quite a few new songs we're doing in the set, so we need.
And also the first gig we played in a while.
Yeah, so this soundcheck has never been more important than it is today.
Yeah. So talk me through what we've got here, because this is a right old feast.
Well, basically bananas, popcorn, chipsticks,
Jack Daniels,
beers in the fridge,
It's like the least healthy thing you could ever wish to see.
Outside always has innocent smoothies.
See, I walked in and the first thing I saw was smoothie, some pineapple chunks, and I was like, okay, this is a healthy kind of vibe. And look at this, Jack Daniels.
Yeah, that's usually polished off by the end of the night as well. To be fair,
that's before
the gig, really.
It's quite bad, really, because we
dip your pineapple in the Jack Daniels. And
that's why there's only one bottle. You've got to know you've got to know when to stop. If there's more than one bottle, the gigs wouldn't really.
That's your bottle as well, right now.
I am a big fan of the old whiskey, so.
What about when you come back off stage, dripping with sweat? What happens?
Usually,
the ladies all want to know.
What do we usually do after? We usually complain if it's been a I do. So I always come off and start yelling.
Be honest, are you a diva?
No. I always yell at myself. So I get angry with myself.
Quite self-critical.
I can't believe I messed up that note, or if my ears weren't that good, which they're not usually because I'm deaf in one ear. So I always struggle with my the sound on stage. So I'll come off and the lads will be like, "Oh, here we go again." Andy's complaining about his sound.
You'll get it then, mate.
Well, yeah,
you'll get there.
But if it's a great gig, we'll be like, "There we go, boys." You know what I mean? And we'll probably got some drinks afterwards. Actually, last time we played Manchester, we actually came here.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Well, I don't think actually you boys did. I came with George, a good friend of ours who films us on the road.
There's no feeling there. If everything's gone right, everyone's happy with their sound. No one's messed up at the gig, there is no feeling like when you come off stage and you just look at me like that was a good one.
I really hope it does all go to plan this evening, because if it does, it'll feel so good to come back and been a bit out of the loop and actually nail it, and I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
But I'd be lying if I said I was.
First gig's always
I'm quite nervous as well, the fact that we're playing the new material on the set tonight as well, and obviously they only know one of the new songs. So there's going to be quite a few songs in there that people have never heard before, and you've got to keep their attention throughout these parts of the set. I'm quite nervous about that. Don't know about you guys.
Yeah, but they're going to be hanging on every word on these new songs, aren't they? They're going to be desperate.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Hopefully, mate. Hopefully, we need to take you everywhere with us to keep our confidence high.
Come on, lads.
Because usually we say the opposite of that. We're like, they're not going to be enjoying the new songs. So.
Well, I was just kidding, because the song's probably rubbish.
That's it. Back down to earth.
Before we get on to the new stuff, I want to talk about your time away. What individually do you do away from the band in, let's call it like a couple of years since the last tunes?
Honestly, I've just been bored as hell. We did, we wrote and recorded the album, which took up like quite a big. I mean, it's not a short process. That you kind of have to take the time out and do it properly, and I like to think that we did.
It took like a year, didn't it?
Yeah,
it's like a long time. Yeah.
I think we all had like a little holiday each as well. We had been on tour before that for like 4 years straight, hadn't we? So. A couple of weeks away, and then apart from that, we're back in rehearsal.
Even though we've been out of the scene, we've been
together.
We've still been busy. We've been working on the album, rehearsing it, getting it right for the live shows, talking about the live shows, what we're going to do,
and also in like other countries as well. You know what I mean? Like we spent quite a lot of time in America and Asia and Europe and stuff. So I think, although it seems like you've been away for a while, you're doing work in other places. You know what I mean? And as Joel said, writing the album takes a really long time. But one which we really enjoyed though.
Of course.
It's been nice.
We ran a competition to see you guys, giving away some tickets, and in fact you guys were just saying there's absolutely none left, like even for your friends and family to miss out. So sorry, we've been giving them away.
No, it's good that the fans get to see, because obviously our friends and family have heard the new album, so I mean obviously we'd love them all. I had to turn down quite a lot of uni mates and stuff that weren't too impressed with me because they'd never buy tickets. We're like, why don't you get on there early doors, mate? Buy yourself a couple of tickets. He's like, why would I buy a ticket to your gig when you're in the band? I'm like, cheeky thing.
See, we were at work when the tickets went on sale. That's our excuse.
To be fair, I'd do the same though. But I've had mates in bands. But we're just delighted the fans can come along and hear these new songs. I don't know what they're expecting, because obviously they will have heard Roads. But apart from that, I mean, it's literally.
The rest of the album's quite different to Roads as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
A lot of it's a lot more rocky and. There's some pretty hefty guitar solos going down tonight actually on some of the new songs, so it'll be good.
Yeah, because that was the feedback we got was, the Lawson fans are desperate to come here and hear the new music. How much are you going to give them?
We're going to give them 5 new ones. 5 new ones, including Roads.
Okay. So 4 complete new ones.
And that was the hardest part about this whole process, was choosing which ones, because we want to play everybody, all of them, right now. But I guess. You can't give it all away, can you?
No, kind of spoils it, doesn't it? Don't build it up, tease us a little bit. We've been playing the new tune Roads since the moment you guys sent it. How nervous were you for the reaction to that? Because obviously I hit play, I hadn't heard it, and you're kind of like, okay, so we knew it was going to be a different sound, so I was like, okay, and then by the end of it, we're like wicked and the Twitter's going mad. What were you guys expecting the reaction to be? A little bit anxious?
Definitely anxious, yeah. It's always difficult when you write an album and you have to pick that first tune to sort of represent the album. Basically it was tough because it probably wouldn't have been our first choice, to be honest. We probably would have went with another one or two, but the label really wanted to go with Roads. They thought it was the right direction, so we were like, we trust you guys, sort of thing. And to be fair, so far the reaction's been awesome, as you say. Like everyone's been loving it, and I think because it's so it's like such a catchy tune in it, do you know what I mean? There's loads of O's and Hey's and stuff, but it's just like literally such a sing-along chorus.
You sing it like that tonight?
Basically,
that's the live show, it's spoken word.
That's basically the amount of charisma I will put into it.
Can't wait.
Our frontman is known for his charisma.
So the reaction's been awesome, mate. Couldn't really ask for anything more, really. And thanks to you guys for playing it, and so far I've been getting a lot of great support from a lot of other radio stations as well.
And you guys are really excited about the video as well, because I know you.
Coming to Tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow morning, yes.
Kind of like a
7 a.m.
Bond film.
A Bond film?
Yeah, it's got that whole sort of.
It's got that vibe.
Yeah,
It's like a
I'm
chase
really
scene.
excited to show people it because it is banging.
What was it
To be
like
fair,
filming that?
It was more you than us, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I was Bond, pretty much.
I don't like to brag, but you know.
The worst version of Bond you'll ever see. Scouse Bond.
Such as a scouse lanky Bond.
Scouse, lanky, thin Bond. But you know, it was a lot of fun, mate. Yeah, we went out to Norway and just like shot in this like incredible scenery, and it's basically a chase scene. I was getting chased by myself, essentially.
Yeah.
But you'll find out when you see it tomorrow morning.
Okay.
It's good. And then we intercut it with the scene of us doing a performance scene as well, which we did in London. So it's like sort of shot.
Because the picture, I can't remember who tweeted it. It might have been the band, but it was just literally the pictures of the thing. I was like, oh come on, you're not giving any of them.
Nothing.
Because I thought a lot of people were like, why did you need to go to Norway to film this?
Because you were like the best video we've ever made. I was like, it's just you playing
You guys in a room.
Like a
nah.
room like this.
Yeah.
Actually, this room probably would be better.
Yeah, that's great.
But
Should we film a new one? Should we just scrap
do it
that?
again.
They're doing it now. That's what this is.
Oh yeah, sorry. So, you know, you guys are about to play some brand new music tonight. First gig in a long time. If you think back to before you released Chapman Square, how does it feel in comparison now?
Feels quite similar, I think. Like same sort of emotions. Like you feel the same sort of emotions. You know, it's like as Joel said, you put on your first show and you actually don't know whether anyone's going to show up. And that was what it was like before we did Chapman Square. So you never really think we're here, we've arrived.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like okay, we're starting again. And we've got to build up our fan base again, essentially, because you know a lot of new bands come out in that space as well. You know, it's like so like a lot of your fans will go, oh, I'll go and see them, I'll go and see them. So you have to sort of be like, right, we're back now, guys. That doesn't just mean they'll be like, oh, we always loved you. You have to sort of win everyone over again, you know. So.
Apart from the ones who have got the Twitter names with you guys in them, because they're like locked to Lawson.
Yeah. Like at Lawson, Surrey, and then it probably changed like to at Mumford, Surrey, and then they changed it back to at Lawson, Surrey again.
What are your favourite ones? Have you seen any like really good ones? Because loads of our followers are like just random girls with your surname.
There's a couple of rude ones that always make me laugh because you think, if your mum's seen that, you run that account. My mum's seen that.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen a naughty one for you.
Yeah, I've seen a couple. It always makes me laugh though. Always puts a smile on my face, definitely.
All followed.
It's all good fun.
And what have you learned going back to like before Chapman Square? What have you learned from then to now? It's like the biggest thing you take into this album.
I think it's just feeling more comfortable in your role. Like getting up and going on stage was a lot more nerve-wracking than it is now. You know, we did a lot of touring, we did a lot of gigs, and I think as a band we've just come on. I think, you know, and I think this album will show that.
Yeah.
So, and hopefully tonight will as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know because I'm probably myself.
How many songs were written, do you think, since the last album to this one?
Well, we recorded about, when we went out to Nashville, we recorded 20 songs, and obviously we're going to have 12 on the album, probably, and then maybe another couple on the deluxe or something, so we didn't have to lose some we've
15 as
recorded.
well, like.
But I mean, you probably wrote twice as many as that
Probably
before.
like 35, 40 songs, and then we recorded 20, so you literally just have to ditch half of them.
So what's the process if you write a song? Is there like a WhatsApp group, you know, guys assemble new songs?
Essentially, it is a WhatsApp.
Basically, yeah. You know, just gets emailed across. We'll all sit, talk about it, see what we feel, and then
We do have a WhatsApp group. We
have multiple WhatsApp.
Yeah, sometimes it's like you need to have a moment with a song. You know,
Yeah.
the first time you listen to it, you might not really like it, and then
Well, Roads was like that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Roads was like.
well, I think actually you said you really liked it the first listen, didn't you?
I told you that I hated it, and I'd lost all respect for you as a songwriter.
Yeah,
the first time I heard it was about a week before we actually went to Nashville, and we had the 20 songs decided. And Andy sent this new song to me. He's like, this is the one. This is awesome. So,
but there has been songs like once where Joel said, if we release that song, I won't be performing it in the band. Yeah, definitely.
Am I doing it?
We're not doing it now.
Basically, Andy.
there was a couple where we all.
Well, there was a song. Yeah, there was a song. Yeah, we released it. I'm not playing part in it. Basically, because he hated it that much, and I was like, mate, it's a great song, mate. You know?
Stand your ground sometimes. You know what I mean? Like,
Do you really believe he's the diva?
He got his
well,
own
no,
way.
it's not that. It's
It's
like,
musical diva, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Which you have to be.
We've all had those
yeah,
moments.
it's in the right places.
Lawson are about to split up due to musical differences.
Andy has this tendency though to, at the last minute, kind of write another one, just to kind of completely throw us off course. So,
Yeah.
like Joel was saying, like Ryan was saying, that we were ready to go to Nashville, pick the songs, and then he threw Roads into the mix, and we're like, all right, now we're gonna have to have this discussion all over again.
Yeah.
And then even after we came back from Nashville, about a month ago, Andy just went in for another writing session, came out with 2 brand new songs, and we literally had to fly our producer over from LA to London just to record those final 2 songs to go on the album about 7 months after the rest of the album being recorded. So
It had to be done.
it had to be done.
Do they sit there and just like, Andy, just stop doing what? Just like leave us alone.
Actually, we're doing one of those 2 brand new ones tonight, actually.
Wow.
So that was a last minute decision as well. But
Yeah.
so that one could be an
We
interesting one.
like to keep each other on our toes,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Mate, no, stop thinking about tomorrow, mate. Yeah. Always got to be done. Got to keep striving. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Keep
It's a
aiming.
fast-paced industry, and you got to keep up with it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get left behind.
And yeah, people change their Twitter usernames.
Exactly.
So I'm interested. I want to go around the group. From the last album, can be the re-release or the original, or one favourite song of all of you.
From the new album as well.
From the last one.
Oh, from the first album.
Yeah.
Favourite song for me, it's still Standing in the Dark. Like every time we perform that live, wherever it is in the world, it just something special happens, and we kind of always do a sing along first, and you hear people's accents from all over the world singing back those lyrics, and that song, that I'm never ever gonna get bored of playing that song again.
For me, it's gonna have to be Juliet. Just, I mean, playing it live, as Adam said, all over the world, different countries, and you different accents, sing it back. But no matter where you are, it always just rocks so much. Like when we play it live, we really take it up a notch, and it's just such a great feeling.
We just had 3 seconds on it. What about you
From
guys?
up here.
Play by guitar tech.
Yeah.
I'm Juliet as well, I think.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like that was a bit of a change for us as a band. I feel like that sort of reached a lot of people. So yeah.
Okay.
Mine would probably be a track called Parachute on the repack of the last album, which is actually wrote the same day as I wrote Juliet, basically.
Okay.
So it was like we wrote Juliet and then wrote like the chorus of Parachute, and then the next day came back and wrote all the Parachute. But I just remember thinking like the way Joel said, it was like a new sound for us. They were sort of like both in keeping with each other, you know. And to be fair, the better song is probably Juliet, but because we played it so much, I just think that when I go back and listen, if I ever listen to the old album, whatever, Parachute will be my go-to.
I need to listen to it.
What about it? Because you guys all picked singles. If you had to pick an album track,
Back to Life, I reckon, which was on the repack as well. Similar time to Parachute and stuff. Kind of, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, man, in Parachute. Love that song. Lawson. Epic.
Too hard. I don't know.
I'm so angry. No one said, "Are you ready?"
Really?
Are you ready?
How was that never released?
Yeah, I know, I like that. I did like
Mate, you know what? Funny story about Are You Ready? It was nearly our second single.
Was it?
Our Taking Over Me and Are You Ready? It was a race.
After When She Was Mine.
And then it wasn't even on the original album.
And then it wasn't on the original album. So when we released When She Was Mine, we were like, right, next single, Are You Ready?
Yeah.
And then I think it was actually a case of maybe again I went and wrote another song after I shouldn't have been and wrote Taking Over Me, which none of us liked.
What have we learned?
Yeah, like we all hated Taking Over Me, and we still do. Our management loved it, and they were like, "You've got to release Taking Over Me. That's a smash." And we were like, "You're joking?
Yeah.
It's an awful song."
Sweet, so we're all just like, well done, Andy.
We actually charted number 3, so they were pretty right.
Yeah. Shows what you guys know, doesn't it?
That was a sad day. We were doing we were wrong. Like you just wanted maybe one less chart position than When She Was Mine.
It just shows that, you know, it's all about opinions, music, isn't it? Literally, you know, what one person thinks is good, another person might not agree with. So, and Are You Ready didn't even end up on the main album. It was the repack. So we made sure we got back to it.
Yeah. Okay. You
I'm
mentioned.
glad that you like Are You Ready though. Like literally, I don't think anyone's mentioned that.
I'm not going to embarrass myself by getting it out, but my phone, that is. What's going on? Are you ready? Yeah, it's got to be in the top.
Oh, bang on,
top played on iTunes.
Oh, wicked.
by far.
Stuff.
Easily. You mentioned that Roads is kind of, or the other new tracks are quite different to Roads. So, how different are we talking?
Not too dissimilar.
Okay.
But I'd say Roads is definitely one of the poppiest ones on the album. Like, even though it still rocks, the rest of the album kind of rocks even more.
Yeah. What's the strangest like technique of recording or strangest instrument you've used on the new album? Do you reckon?
I'd say an iPhone. We actually recorded, Joel's mum recorded flute.
This is true.
This is a true story. Joel's mum recorded herself playing flute on her iPhone recorder, which made it into one of the songs.
At like 2 in the morning UK time, because we were quite drunk at the time recording, and for us it was the afternoon, and we suddenly.
It was either fake flute.
Mum, we need a flute.
It was either fake flute on the, the key, which we had a really good plug-in. Like, Clute, I think it was called. But Joel was like, well, listen, boys, my mum plays flute, clarinet,
That's a
sax.
job. She teaches flute.
She's a flute teacher, so we were like, well,
She's a flautist.
I'll get Fiona on the f***ing blower then. Get her to record
So I rung
flute.
Fiona, bless her, and she was fast on.
FaceTimed her.
FaceTimed her, she was fast on in bed.
straight in.
Woke up, turned the light on, was like, oh, okay. Got a flute out, did like 4 passes, it was brilliant. Like, we just Ryan came up to me and he was like, if this is shit, this is going to be so embarrassing for you. I was like, oh please mum, just pull through.
She did though.
She did, yeah.
I love that.
Play full on, got a credit on the album.
I was going to say, so she's got, she's in the album too.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm happy with that.
I like that. Exclusive. We tweeted asking your fans to send us questions and stuff, and my favourite was, when's Joel going to get his haircut?
Really?
Is that it, really?
Oh, that's so mean.
That's all there is.
They're just being really mean to
Well,
us.
the answer is actually never, because I'm like Goliath now. If I cut it off. Is it Goliath or is it Samson?
It was Samson.
I think the more the fans say to Joel, when you're going to get, just spare him on,
carry on,
grow the longest hairstyle
It
ever.
even makes the hair grow longer. Every negative comment.
They weren't
You
negative.
know what? I haven't really thought about it. It's just been like, we were in Nashville and everyone just looked cool as I was like, cool, well, I can do that.
Yeah. Thanks for letting us hang out, guys. I'm going to probably polish off the JD.
Yes,
but
get
yeah,
involved, mate. You
enjoy
put in a coffee, Irish coffee. Nice, mate. Yeah.
Andy's sorting us out. Yeah, we look forward to hearing the new stuff, and we'll see you very
Thanks for
soon.
coming down.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers, guys. Cheers. Thank you.
Total Access.